Hello, my name is Bianca Flowers, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of my story and my journey. So I guess the journey starts in childhood with an incredibly sensitive and engaged and aware child who was connected to the earth and loved making paint and making potions and making cubby houses and climbing trees, and that quiet time talking to nature. I spent a lot of time playing in the bush as a child, and I really credit that with forming that integral connection that I have with the beings, the nature spirits around us. But my conscious journey began in the late 90s when I had an incredibly profound spiritual awakening whilst I was studying a sculpture degree. At the time, I was deeply, deeply passionate about women's mysteries, and I was studying goddess religions and bringing that power through into my artwork. I was studying that waking dreaming and starting to sense an unfolding crane at that time was in my inner vision the entire time. Every time I closed my eyes, those wings of the crane would just open and fly. I had a spontaneous kundalini awakening. I remember squatting down on the floor at my university in inner Melbourne, and I was working on a relief that was inspired by Shakti woman. So I was here working on this power woman relief in clay. So I was down on my hands and knees and I was moving this clay around, and the next thing I know, my world is just exploding in the most ecstatic light. My hands felt like they were going to blow off the ends of my arms. My head was just the surge of energy was completely exhilarating. And that was the beginning of a very, very, very intense spiritual awakening where I kind of got everything I had been asking for, but my view of reality as I knew it was completely blown apart. Suddenly I was seeing auras, feeling and sensing energies, and I loved it. It was incredible, but my grip on reality was tenuous, to say the least. And I then spent the next period of time in retreat. I found that I needed to retreat from most of society to go within to process this. And I very much felt that I was walking along a knife edge and that I had to hold my energy in extreme balance. The amount of energies that were flowing through me at that time were so intense that if I allowed myself any wobble at all, I would have fallen off into the realms of insanity. So I understand how challenging and beautifully dangerous a spiritual awakening can be. I understand the importance of having a strong, grounded guide if we can't find that guide within. I am lucky that I have a very, very loud, strong inner voice that guides me very, very strongly. I understand that not everyone has that connection with that strong, loud inner guide there's a whole host of reasons, but I have worked with women time and time and time and time again over the last 20 years to help guide them through these difficult passages, because I have seen people fall over the edge and fall into the confusion of the mind, the confusion of the emotions. And I really wish that I had had someone to guide me along the way, because it may not have taken me the 15 years that I felt that it took to actually fully integrate that spiritual awakening. It wasn't the only spiritual awakening that I've had on that journey, but integrating this intensity of energy and awareness in a world that is not really supportive of that can be really, really challenging. And I am here to help you on that path so that it's not so challenging. After my spiritual awakening, I went on to study herbal medicine, herbalism, and naturopathy to give me a really practical grounding and a practical understanding of how the body works. And this has given me an incredible ability to practically assess what might be going on for someone. Is what's going on for you in a life an imbalance in your diet? Is it an imbalance in your emotions? Is it an imbalance in something external? Or is it a process that's happening within? What I really love is having this vast toolkit with which to help people and give them the exact steps that they need in that next couple of weeks in order to move forward on their path, while they're moving forward to that bigger picture of expanding into our full soul being. In my personal life these days, I am raising 2 young children. I split my time between being a mama, weaving on this beautiful, beastly feminine machine here, and seeing clients. These days, my clients I see on Zoom. I used to have a treatment room. I still do have a treatment room, but we'll see when we get back to that, just around the corner. But I'm loving the freedom that the Zoom is giving me and the normalization of that. So I'm going to be working with people one-to-one, but I'm also going to be offering group programs to help facilitate these journeys for more people, because I feel like my work is being called for, and I'm really being asked to step forward to support you and to support your friends, your soul tribe on this journey. So if you feel called at all to work with me, or even just ask me about more about how it is that I work, what I can do for you, what beings am I channeling, where am I getting my inspiration? If you have any questions at all, please just send me a message, and I really look forward to talking with you. So much love, and chat to you soon.